this. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh Shai, Shem, Rakadash. Double honors our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to all you brothers out there teaching this word in truth and sincerity and faith. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You are the Hebrew Israelites. And you so-called white people, right, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and the so-called Jew controlling everything in the background, you are the red Hebrew Edomites. Okay, and this is a video. Salakia. We have the other brother here.
It's the brother Kanak.
And it's just me and the bro about to do a video on you so-called white people, all right? And everything that you've done has been racist, okay? Everything's coming out right now. All these Esau is really getting exposed on a whole new level, on a super high level, right? And I'm just going to read the scripture first real quick. This is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's exactly what's happening. All right. There's this thing called First Them on YouTube. I'm not YouTube, on Twitter. And it's about just pointing out Esau's wickedness. All right. Disrupting white privilege and media. Black rape myth. We expose dark and alleged sexual predators in Hollywood and local communities. So they just expose all the sickos in Hollywood that are Edomites. Okay. So Esau tries to say that we're the sickos, but he's the sicko. And now we're finding out that all your monuments, they're everywhere. They're not just in this is an older article. They're not just in the South, okay? They're here in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area. And bro, if you want to interject, just go ahead, bro. You know. This is from the East Bay Express, Hidden Mountains to Racism. Berkeley and Oakland have them, and so does the region's environmental movement. Okay. It says, this is a Claremont. Stone pillars that guard Berkeley's Claremont neighborhood are reminders of its racist heritage. And bros, we've been up there, man. Like, I've been around in that area. I actually went to school at Berkeley, you know. I think the brother, you've been out there too, right, Claremont?
Kind of, but yeah, I mean, all throughout those areas, and one thing they all have in common is they're all Edomite. It's an Edomite predominant neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. You know? All you see is Edomites. You don't really even see Moab.
Nah, you just really see Edomites.
You don't even see Elam out there. All right, it's either
that's like one of their last strongholds, you know, or just nothing but Esau.
Right. And it says residents of Berkeley's Claremont neighborhood and Oakland's Upper Rockridge district pass by monuments to racism every day and probably don't realize it. It's not that the monuments are physically hidden, they're quite visible, but the monuments don't openly celebrate racism like a statue of Robert E. Lee. Instead, their history is hidden, at least to those who don't know the story of how the neighborhoods began. The monuments are actually large dual stone pillars that mark the entrances to the neighborhoods. The Claremont monuments guard the corner of Claremont Avenue and Hillcrest Road, and the white pillars of Upper Rockridge tower over Broadway at Rockridge Boulevard. Both neighborhoods were created about the same time in the early 1900s by developers intent on establishing white-only areas. Okay, the developers attach racial covenants to the deeds of homes that forbid them from being sold or rented to people of color. You could even rent it to a Jake, man.
See, that's what I was just saying earlier. You know, we were talking about these areas are filled with nothing but Edomites because it's written in those deeds that they're not going to rent or sell their homes to any other race, especially you so-called blacks and Hispanics. You know, this is one way that the devil puts in his policy to push you out into these faraway neighborhoods, you know, into these ghettos. You're not allowed to come into their neighborhoods, you know.
That's right. It says no Negroid. That's like no Negroes, no Chinese, no Japanese can build or lease in the Rock Ridge Park, stated a 1909 advertisement in the San Francisco Call newspaper, referring to the neighborhood known as Upper Rock Ridge. And that's a real nice area, right? Full of Edomites. They would run ads that said no Negroids and no Mongoloids and all that nonsense, said Oakland historian Dennis Ivanovsky. Yeah, Oakland, they always talk about how Oakland is a black city. Yeah, Esau, he's running the show out there, and he made it so that he segregated himself from the rest of Jake, and he actually kept Jake in certain parts of Oakland, like East Oakland, all right, close to the flats and north parts of North Oakland, all the way in West Oakland. But you go to spots like Rock Ridge, you go into the hills, Claremont, Piedmont. You don't see Jake up there, man, or you see like a few gaggers. But apart from that, all there is like the so-called Jew. It says in 1916, Duncan McDuff, developer of the Claremont neighborhood, convinced the city of Berkeley to create some of the nation's first zoning laws. Yeah, so that whole redlining thing and zoning started here in the Bay Area, man. Segregation by the so-called white man. Berkeley's laws initially were based on race because McDuff wanted to keep the nearby Elmwood district all white due to the fact that it didn't have deed covenants, right? So it was already an all-white Edomite neighborhood. You know, it was like, okay, since the deeds it's not written in the deed that you can't sell it to Jake, because that's what they were doing. All right, they were putting covenants within the deed where, oh, if you buy this land, you can't, if you ever sell it, you can't sell it to a black man, you know? But they made these houses were older, so they didn't have that deed in there because you would never thought of that, you know? But Esau back then in the 1916, they knew he was going to get taken over, man. All right, there's a reason why they started zoning out, all right? Because they've been fearful of losing everything because their spirit ain't right in them, all right? A year later, the U.S. Supreme Court outlawed race-based zoning, and in the following decades, racial covenants expired. The U.S. Supreme Court, however, didn't outlaw the enforcement of them until 1948. So here it is. It was illegal, right? Yet the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, you kept enforcing that bullshit ass law, and the Supreme Court had to go and outlaw it again. It shows you. This is why we call you the devil, okay? Today, McDuffie is mostly celebrated because of his environmental record. He helped establish both the California state parks and the East Bay regional park systems. But his racist legacy of exclusionary zoning continues in Claremont, Rockridge, and Elmwood, and other neighborhoods. Yeah, because those are just some famous neighborhoods, but it's that whole area, that whole hillside, and the East Hills, right?
Yeah, this is another act of blatant racism by the red Hebrew Edomite, you know, and it's coming out that he was never for you Negroids. Okay, he had a hatred for you, to where he will write in his deeds that you cannot sell or rent to a particular group of people. You blacks. You know. He's being uncovered for being a devil that he is. The devil the Bible speaks about.
Mm-hmm. Hey, bring out that precept.
Gone, the one I have right here.
Yeah, beautiful.
Gone. This is Psalms 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Yeah, you made this. That was mischief. All right. Why for you to go ahead and make this a law? That's mischief right here. Read that again, Bubba Show.
Yep, it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
So the throne of iniquity, who's sitting on that throne? You so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. All right. And that's what you do. You frame mischief by law. And that's mischief. That's mischief, all right? To go ahead and do that. Hey, brother, can you actually look into that word mischief?
Time. Yep.
Bob Gashaw.
Yeah, maul. Yes, I maul. It means toil, trouble, labor, trouble, mischief, to toil, to labor. Down in a strong definition, it says wearing effort, hence worry, whether a body or mind, grievance, iniquity, labor, mischief, miserable, perverseness, sorrow, pain, toil, trouble, wearisome, wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
read the last definition too, Bumper Show.
It says wickedness.
Mm-hmm. And it mentions labor, right? Wearious labor.
Right.
Yeah,
right. To toil, to labor.
The toil, labor, all right, to do wearisome labor, the wearing effort. What were you efforted? What was your effort to keep us out, man?
Right.
Okay, troublesome comforters. Yeah, it says it further down.
God.
Oh, hold on, Slot. I'm gonna keep going now. This damn devil. It says here. He established the park systems. His racist legacy of exclusionary zoning continues. Right during the 50s, 60s, 70s, Oakland and Berkeley adopted exclusionary zoning rules similar to the ones McDuff originally advocated for. In many cities, mostly white neighborhoods, only allowing single-family homes on most streets in order to block the construction of apartment buildings, which might rent to low-income people of color. Yeah, so this racist laws that you created and that you devils still adhere to is the reason why there's a housing crisis, okay? And everyone's homeless because you Edomites wouldn't allow for anyone to come and buy land and build buildings to house more people. Why? Because you knew they're gonna have to house one type of people, which are Jakes. All right? Because you want to ship us out of here. You don't want to, but you Edomites that live in those homes there, you don't want us to live around anywhere around you. Okay, that's why the prices are so high, and this keep going up, man. They're trying to get rid of Jake that way. You're gentrifying our neighborhoods that are affordable to the point where the hood isn't affordable, man. All right, those zoning rules are still in effect in 2017, and neighborhoods like Claremont, Upper Rockridge remain predominantly white. The big stone pillars serve as reminders of that racist heritage, right? North Berkeley also has a street and an entire neighborhood named after virulent racist environmentalist Joseph and John LeConte. It's pretty disgusting when you think about it, Evan Noski said. In the spirit ad, I always refer to LeConte as LeConte, you know? I would do that on purpose because that guy was a virulent racist environmentalist, man. A virulent racist red Hebrew Edomite. During the Civil War, the LeConte brothers, who were both academics, helped build munitions for the Confederacy. They were also slave owners, okay? Joseph LeConte once wrote that freeing the slaves and allowing blacks to vote was the greatest political crime ever perpetrated by any people.
That's the worst crime you can ever do on a planet Earth. It's freeing slaves and allowing them to vote. But you know what? He saw that spiritual for because he seen that we were going to take him over. You know, he knew that if we are allowed to have some type of power, that we would take him over. You know, that's what he was afraid of. That's the reason why he said that. You know, because he knows that we're stronger than Edomites, than you red Hebrew Edomites by nature, right? Because we're the chosen people.
Yep, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yeah, in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he has his new order, plan going, straight down the line, and everything, he thinks that everything is working in its entirety. He got the chip going. That's when he's going to be in trouble. Straits, STRAITS. AITS, a position of difficulty. And during that time, it says every hand of the wicked, which that word there is laborers, meaning everybody's going to have their hands on the so-called white man, you red Edomites. They're going to identify the issue of the planet Earth, the problem of the planet Earth, and it's you. Okay, nobody else, because of articles like this, what you're bringing these articles out on yourself. Okay, we didn't make you do this.
Right. And Esau, you've been in your sufficiency, but you're approaching your fullness, and he thought he was full then, right? So that's why he put those laws in. He put those laws in because he didn't want all them hands on him. He wanted to separate himself from when that time comes, because he knows he's going to go down. All right. Was that the expectation of the wicked is wrath? Let me get that.
Got it.
All right. Proverbs 11:23. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. So the so-called white man, why would you need zoning like that, man? Because you know what's going to happen. Jake is going to overtake and kick you out your house, man. All right, whether we do it your way or the Most High's way, okay? Because if it was up to you devils, okay, and your bullshit ass society, you're already through, man. You got nothing going for you, right? It's a total Jake over. But because the Most High plans to destroy you in a much wicked way, them houses are going to be ran through, man. Heavy. We always say that through the Spirit. We always say all these Claremont, the Spirit has it. We've been saying that Claremont, Rockridge, Elmwood, you Edomites that live in those areas, you're going to be first to get hit during that time, man. That race war, the famine. And it's going to be none but Israelites rolling up in there and killing y'all, man. Putting y'all out to death.
Yeah, Jake is not too far away from those neighborhoods. They're just blocks away,
On the other side of the road.
Yeah, it's not like these neighborhoods are like isolated by gates and long distances. No, this is a hot skip and a jump away from what you would call the ghettos. Okay, where Jake is at.
Mm-hmm. Let me get this. This is Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, why would you trust your enemy when your enemy has shown you multiple times that he's not for you, and he continues to show you that he's nothing but a blatant racist? Okay, I mean it's very simple, but our people they just don't get it. They're still fooled by this devil. But you're not supposed to trust your enemy, and we know that. We don't trust this damn devil, because this devil, he speaks with a forked tongue. Continue, unless you have something to say.
I'll keep going.
Go on.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yes, so is his wickedness, meaning iron, no matter how many times you clean it, okay, you polish it, it's going to rust eventually. Okay, just because that's just how iron is set up. So that's the way that the red Hebrew Edomite is set up. No matter what he does, his wickedness is in his heart. He can't stop. He can't say, "Okay, look, I'm gonna change." He can't change because he is the man. He is a man. He is the man of sin. He is the wicked, created to be destroyed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Never trust thy enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
And that's the so-called white man. That's the red Hebrew Edomite, especially the so-called Jew.
In these specific neighborhoods.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're heavy in those neighborhoods. He humbled himself. He looked like a little rat. He's harmless.
Yeah, they try to be all cool with you in and around Berkeley area, but they catch you in their neighborhood for too long. They're gonna call the cops on you. They're gonna shoot you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not far. We're not far from those neighborhoods. Like right now,
Mm-hmm.
There's a clear divide from where Jake lives and where Esau lives, and you're just not gonna go into those neighborhoods. Even like the little neighborhood that I'm at, you have Esau that patrols the few blocks that are here. Just make sure that no Jakes are there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And the spirit has it that that's the only place Moab could have lived around there, because Moab, they don't allow them up in those hills.
Yep.
As we were reading earlier, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Mm.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay, we're the people, okay, in general, all these people all over in America are wiping that looking glass right now. And they're like, damn, this guy's the devil. That's why you have this thing called First Them. All right. All the black faces coming out. This says a 1990 scandal I had not known about until looking up the history of blackface political scandals. Wyoming Senator Alan Simpson's local paper found out he took part in a minstrel show in the 1960s and published a photo.
Esau's infatuated with Jake, man.
This is in the 90s, right? That wasn't cool in the 90s. And they said, and he resigned and was never heard from again, right? What do you mean? And people said that he got reelected twice or something. All right. But see, there's all you so-called white people that where people are wiping the looking glass, and what do they see? They see you in blackface. They see you dressed up and now they see you doing this type of stuff. Police arrested this man, Garrick Bloom, who was wanted on 865 counts of child rape. You kidding me, man? That's a fucking look at this.
Did you have Habakkuk?
I got it. I could keep reading on that.
And I'm gonna bring it out.
Bring it out.
Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
And that's exactly what's happening. You're being exposed, okay? And you're getting that everything you put on us, everyone point and laugh at the black man, at the Latino man, at the Native American man. Look, they're the scum. They're the worst things going. And here it is. This guy called it the greatest political crime ever perpetrated by any people was freeing slaves and allowing blacks to vote. To him, that's a crime. Yet, keep reading, brother. Are we still live?
Spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yep, Salah, I think my thing cut out.
Okay, it says, I'm going to read it again. So the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
That's right, and that shameful spewing is all over your glory right now. Via who? The Hebrew Israelites, mainly the prophets, starting with our apostles and elders, a great millstone, going on down. And you can see the so-called white man, okay, everything he's doing is just wicked and evil. And now people are spewing that on all your glory because this is how you like to act. You like to be playing around. Why would you? How is this funny? You devils actually used to go around lynching us, and this was in the 80s. You goddamn devils, man. And then I believe it was and then you have monuments like this, right? Called Silent Sam. It got to the point where Jake had to tear it down themselves, man.
Yep.
And Esau, you like hanging around that being why? Because it represents your racism, man, your hatred, and the times where you were able to just go ahead and beat and hang Jakes. Well, that time is done and dusted, all right? Keep going, bro.
Yep. It says, for the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city and all that dwell therein. That's pretty much it on that.
And for all that violence, all right? And this is on the ACLU. They said California police officers are not only killing people of color at disproportionate rates, they're also killing more people than most departments in the country.
Oh, you know that's a spirit. Let me read this. This is Obadiah verse 10. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's right. And that's why the Most High is going to destroy you for your violence against thy brother Jacob. And you keep perpetuating that. Okay? Through what? Through your wicked laws. Right? You use your system. Your system's racist. Okay? America is established on hatred of the so-called black man, Latino man, and Native American man. Is that not clear? Yeah, we're the most hateful group in America, man. America's hateful. All America's ever done is showing you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans hatred via what? The form of the violence. Read that again, Baba Shah.
Done. Yep, it says Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yeah, and that's a shame. That's a shame to be a so-called white man, because you're the symbol of all things evil and wicked, right? At one point in time, you used to try to put that on us. But now that the narrative, the Most High is controlling the narrative now, right? Yahweh Shem Shai Bashem Kakadash, not you damn devils, all right? You're getting exposed on the daily for your hatred, okay? And this says, new bill limits when California police can use deadly force. Let me read this, okay? This is the American Civil Liberties Union. New bill limits when California police can use deadly force, and this ain't gonna stop it, man. All right, this ain't gonna stop it because the so-called white man, he's gonna call martial law, okay? And these cops, they're fearing for their lives. It's gonna be a race war. They're gonna be the main ones to get hit first. As a nation, we must address the brutal reality and deadly consequence of police violence. We have seen far too many people, particularly black and brown people, killed by police. We have seen too many families and communities shattered by loss and tragedy.
Those are Israelites. The black and brown that he's talking about is not talking about Elam or Ishmael. It's talking about Issachar, Zebulun, Naphtali, Asher, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, Reuben. You know, those are key words that Esau uses to let you know who he's really talking about. Okay, so there's pretty much a green light on you Israelites to shoot you down in the streets, because nothing really is going to happen, you know, because who's over you? You know, you're a oppressor, you know.
Mm-hmm. This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yeah, they were oppressed together. There you go, black and brown. When they speak about black and brown, they're speaking about black and Mexican, or black and Hispanic. Okay, so they classify us really. When you look at it, they classify us as one people, and this is the reason why the violence is being, showed forth to a particular group of people. Is because those people that the Red Hebrew Edomites are coming against and killing is talking about the Israelites, are their brother. Okay, and that violence that Esau is perpetrating or perpetuating on our people, shame is coming unto him now, because he likes to project that Jake is a violent man. But when you look at the numbers, he's killing more people than Jake is killing people. Okay, he's raping people more than Jake is so-called raping people. Okay, he's pimping people more than Jake is so-called pimping women. You know, so he tries to project all these negative qualities upon us when really those are his insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it on that?
That's pretty much it on that. I wanted to bring out this picture, see if I could get it up. Hold on one second. Yep, there you go. All right. Who is black and brown unity talking about, man? It's talking about the tribes, it's talking about the so-called black man. Okay. More specifically, Judah. Okay. The American descendants of slaves. That's the new thing going on right now. That's what Jake is waking up to. He's pretty much, yeah, he's a Judite. Okay.
Fine.
He's getting all tribal. And then who's that supposed to be next to him? An Issacharite. All right. An Issacharite, a Gadite. Okay, Ephraimite, a so-called Latino, all right, an indigenous person, and then it says what? Black and brown unity. Why does it say that? What? Who made that up, man? Okay, you can't say we're not the Israelites, man. And this was before. This was in the '60s, man. This was in the '60s and '70s. Okay, when Jake was going hard against the so-called white, but that spirit isn't gonna come back like it did before, man. All right, you're gonna see it happen, and it's gonna be an all-out war because Esau ain't playing anymore.
Yeah, that spirit was quelled, because it wasn't of the Lord, you know. So if it wasn't of the Lord, then Esau is able to infiltrate it. But Esau is not going to be able to infiltrate this this movement that's going on, this is a spiritual movement. I got a precept for you.
Go ahead.
With that picture. This is Ezekiel 37:16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for Israel, and for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, will thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And the sticks thereon that thou writest shall be in thy hand before thy eyes.
Yep.
You wanted to go into it.
That's right. And then how else can you explain that? Them sticks that you see, the two sticks is Judah and his companions, and Israel and his, okay? As the brother was explaining here. And who else has that? Which group of people are out there on the highways and hedges with a sign that breaks down the stick of Joseph, okay, and combines it with the Judah? And then why would they ask you, what does this mean? Okay, in the place, where was this happening? In the place of our captivity. So you cannot deny the truth behind the prophecy that is fulfilled by the 12 tribes sign, man. And that wasn't just something, oh, you know what, we gotta copy the scripture. It just happened through the spirit. All right, from what I understand, it happened through the spirit. If it was fulfilled by who? Men of the great millstone, right? Our apostles and elders, and their apostles, their elders. Okay. And what is that sign? That stick? The two sticks represent unity. Okay. Unity in what? In the truth. Because this unity died, man. All right, riding on the so-called white man. Okay, our people are super tribal now, but it's going to get to that time where they're coming back together. Yeah, I found another little picture. They got the Jake hand, all right, and the Indio hand, doing a little heart over the Aztec symbol, with the tribal, the West African tribal designs.
God.
So what does that represent, man? It represents the tribes. It represents Israel. And you know what? Esau hates seeing that. Esau totally hates seeing that. Okay, and you hateful 2/3, you hate seeing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this in the back on the Twitter sphere. Okay. Esau's mad, right? It says right now this hateful racist tweet has 10,000 likes and 3,000 retweets, yet Twitter has done nothing to remove it. But if you tell a reporter they should learn to code, your account suspended in an hour. What a joke. Oh, too bad, Esau. All right, this dude's a bug out. But it says Hispanic people, black people, hating whites. All right, and that's the spirit Jake is going to come into, and it's gonna be on a different level. It's going to be in a real carnal level when you see it happen. But right now, it's a spiritual level. Okay, the Most High is awakening our people to their true knowledge, right, of their true nationality. And you don't have to acknowledge it. If you don't want to acknowledge it, just get ready to get destroyed. Okay, then all these other tweets are just about how Esau's the devil. Okay, but yeah, but that's beautiful to go into that because we're in that time where it's getting clear. Okay, the Most High is all about that division. He's making it clear who his chosen are, the Israelites, right, and who's his hated, who's you Edomites. Okay, you red Hebrew Edomites. And if you got any precepts, bro, just bring them out. I'm gonna read this article.
John, I got this precept right here. This is Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division.
And that's the Lord, okay? He's not coming here to bring everyone together. He's only worried about his elect, his chosen. Okay? And he bringing division. That division is that yay or nay. Are you with the Lord or you're against the Lord? Okay? Whether you're a Hebrew Israelite from a tribe, whether it be from Judah on down to Issachar, or you're just a random bug out on the street, man. That's pure division right there, man. But within that, the Lord is what? He's uniting his chosen, his elect, who come from out the four corners of the earth, okay? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American, and the confusion of face. Okay, because you may not be so-called dark-skinned, okay, or have the features of a straight-up Jake, yet your spirit goes back to those people, the Israelites. Okay, this is back in the article. All right, and California is pretty much Jim Crow, right? Whether you believe it or not. Current laws in California, unless you're a oid addict living on the streets, then it's Vegas every day, man. Okay, it's a party.
Mm-hmm.
It's that purge. It's a purge. Current laws in California fail to protect against unnecessary killings by cops. Officers here and in much of the country can use deadly force regardless of whether it was necessary to prevent death or serious bodily injury. They can kill even when the alternatives to deadly force, like issuing a verbal warning, repositioning and calling for backup, or using lower levels of force, are available, safe, and feasible. But Esau, he ain't about to do that. He wants to kill you. He ain't thinking about, you know what? Let me back up and call for backup and not escalate the situation. He wants you to slip up to kill you, just kind of like Liam Neeson was feeling that day.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be justified in killing you, man. This is that devil the Bible speaks of, man. It is unacceptable that today in California, police officers can legally kill someone even when they don't have to. But it's been like that. Okay? The so-called white man, he has a bloodlust for killing Israelites.
Yep.
Preserving and protecting human life must be at the top concern for law enforcement officers, and our laws should likewise reflect that. Unfortunately, that is not the case. According to the California Department of Justice, police officers killed 172 Californians in 2017 alone. That's damn near almost 1.5 a day. And they or half a body a day, man. And they did so with startling racial disparities. Of the 172 people killed, more than 2/3 were people of color. Ain't that a bitch?
You see, spiritual. The Lord's in the spirit of killing 2/3 of our people.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and get that in Zechariah, bro.
God, the spirit. Yep, this is Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
That's
but the
right.
Third,
Yeah, keep going.
But the third shall be left therein.
Yeah, because the spirit has it. That's a heavy judgment for 2/3, man. Death by police and the Most High. That's how he operates, man. You go out that way, that's a cold judgment.
Con.
But a lot of times, them dudes were they had rap sheets on them. That's why Esau he feels he's justified in killing you, man, because you already got rap sheets. You probably driving on suspended license, speeding, had alcohol in your breath. Okay, he's gonna kill you, and you acting out of pocket. Sometimes that's how it be. But a lot of times, just your so-called white people, you're waiting for that. You're waiting for that instance, so you could be justified in killing somebody, and then you could take pictures of it. Oh, look, I cherry pied this black dude. And I know you don't say black dude. You say the real word. You say the N. Okay. It says of these who were completely unarmed when killed by police, 3/4 were people of color. California police officers are not only killing people of color at disproportionate rates, they are also killing more people than most departments in the country. California police kill people at a rate 37% higher than the national per capita average. A 2015 report by The Guardian found that police in Kern County killed more people per capita than any other county in the United States.
Wow. They got just all they got a green light on you, Jakes.
Hey, Kern County's nothing but Issachar and a little bit of Judites. That's Bakersfield, right?
Shit, I got hell if I know. I'll have to look it up.
I'm gonna get it right here. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's Bakersfield and it may even be parts of Fresno too. Okay, which is like a bunch of just poor Jakes. Yeah, here it is, Kern County. Yeah, it's south, but yeah, this area right here is none but what Issachar, bro, and a lot of Judites. A lot of Judites live in Bakersfield. Yeah, actually, the spirit has it. My mother is actually from around here, rural small town, and none but what migrant workers around or from this area. None but migrant workers here, illegals, working the farmland. Okay, Bakersfield is a rural hood place. All right, there's none but Israelites there, and a bunch of through as Edomites who are probably getting killed by a bunch of cops too. All right, because Esau, he needs to be killed. Right, if a cop should be killing anybody, be trigger happy if anybody, it should be Esau. That should be the main guy. Here it is. This dude got 865 counts of child rape, man. You ain't killing that guy. You get to walk free. But let a nigga have a suspended license, bro. Have his tags missing. You goddamn devils, man. All right, I'm gonna read this and we can wrap it up.
Done.
And if you have anything else, the course of action is clear. California lawmakers must start by changing the standard for when police can use deadly force. All right. So yeah, that bill, who cares? I'll read it though, because this devil frames mischief by his law. That's why the ACLU California affiliates, together with our partner organizations, including those led by people directly impacted by police violence, are supporting AB 392, the California Act to Save Lives. But wait a second, California actually has laws that took lives, specifically those of the Gadites, the American Indians. State of California, you funded the genocide of the Gadites here all over California. You fucking goddamn devils. But now you want to save lives. It's too late. The legislation. Go ahead.
Now because he's being exposed. It's being exposed. So now he wants to be a good guy. Too late, Esau. Okay? You're a red Hebrew Edomite and you're about to be judged. Get over it. That was it on that.
That's right. It says the legislation introduced on Wednesday specifically addresses police violence by updating California's deadly use of force law. This common sense bill is modeled after best practices already in place at some departments in the U.S. We know these practices work to reduce killings by police. And with other bills to clarify, police officers can use deadly force only where there are no alternatives that would prevent death or serious bodily injury. Let's still finesse this bullshit-ass law, man. I fear for my life. Esau's always fearing for his life. He's on coke. He's on all kinds of uppers, downers. Okay. He knows the Most High's out to get him. He's plagued with visions. Yet this guy walks around with a badge and a gun.
Yep. Yep. Doped up.
Yep.
With
Dope.
white. Yeah, with dope and kitty porn.
Oh man. Hey, he does. Hey, these Edomites are getting exposed on a grand level. Hey, bro, seems like just a few weeks ago. Like, what's next for Esau, man? How much more exposure can you get? And it just gets deeper.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse for you, Esau. Because it's only getting worse. It's not letting up. You know.
Mm-hmm. This is
The
their
Lord,
guideline.
I was gonna say the Lord's not letting up on His shameful spewing on the red Hebrew Edomites.
Mm-hmm. We're living that prophecy right now. We're living it as we speak. Okay. It says research shows that the officers of the agency with stricter use of force law kill fewer people. Yeah. So pretty much Esau's the devil. He kills 2/3 of you Jakes by more than 2/3. All right.
Mhm.
That's beautiful. All right, bro. And you got any more scriptures to bring out?
Well, we can end off on this right here. This is Psalms 137. It said, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones."
That's right. And the Most High, He's gonna set us up. Okay, He's gonna set us up to do that. He's gonna make us happy to do that. Because what'd you do? You did that to us, you Edomites, all right? In the day Jerusalem, you said raise it. Okay? And the daughter of Babylon, that's that nowhere in the scriptures or in history have you seen a daughter of Babylon until here in America today. All right. And it says who are to be destroyed. So you so-called white people, you're going to be destroyed. You are the daughter of Babylon, Edom. How does that? Wait a second. Was Edom part of Nebuchadnezzar's line? No, man. It's all spiritual. Okay. And this is during the time of our King David. Okay. One of his psalms. Yet it isn't until Revelations there's even more visions of prophecy about America being called Babylon, Mystery Babylon. And it's going to be destroyed. And the Most High, He's rewarding you, man, as He rewarded us. And we're actually going to be His vessels in that day. All right. And so with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Pakadash. Right. And with that, I want to say shalom and death to all you red Hebrew Edomites.
Death to all you red Hebrew Edomites. Shalom to the elect.